lightweight full form of LDAP is lightweight directory access protocol. This is the full form of the particular LDAP. So what does it do? So basically, so in your, if you are working in an organization, so what will be having? You will be having in organization will be giving the organization will be giving you a laptop, right? So once if you log into the particular laptop, okay, with your username and password, okay, so you will be having several internal sites, just like your attendance portal, okay, your attendance portal will be there, or your access portal will be there, your transport portal will be there, your request portal will be there. So like this, you will have several things, right? So these are not internal things, these are all the websites only which are launched on the World Wide Web only, okay. So because not only from your official laptop, even from your particular personal laptop also, if you access, they will be accessing, because for various reasons, whenever you are outside, if you want to give if you want to nowadays especially, okay, so hybrid model or work from home model, so if you want to access from your home also, you should be available. So if your laptop, these particular things will be available in the internet, okay. So that is why. So if you want to access this one, these are also websites only, right? So if it is a website, then what should you have, what should those things should be having? Again, login, correct or not? If I want to access my attendance portal to give attendance, okay, so I have forgot, okay, I have forgot giving the attendance in my particular what we say official laptop. So while traveling, I have remembered that one. So from a mobile phone, if I want to give the attendance, I can always give, right? We can always give. So if we want to allow that one, so first of all, what you have to do, you have to log in over here, okay. Even this because this is the portal, okay, this is the website. Again, you have to log in over here, right? And again, in my request portal, I have to log in over here. In my transport portal, I have to log in over here. So once after logging to your particular computer, okay, so again, if you want to, if you for each and every portal, if you have different login IDs, can you remember? No, right? It is very tedious, okay. So that's why what we'll be having, we'll be having a single sign-on. What is that? Single sign-on, SSO will be calling, okay, single sign-on. So once you will be signing in, single sign-on, only once you will be signing in, where while logging into your particular laptop, that's it. That credentials will be used in any of the particular portal, okay. This is called as single sign-on. The opposite one is MFA, multi-factor authentication. What is this multi-factor authentication? Okay, what is multi-factor authentication? So if you are accessing your client machine, okay, for example, say if you from your from your same laptop, if you want to access your client desktop, what you have to do, you will be, of course, you will be using the VDI, okay, and you will be accessing. So while using the VDI and while accessing the particular client machine, so again you will be asking, they will be asking the credentials, okay. So again they will be asking the credentials over here. Once after providing the credentials, is it sufficient? No, another authentication by using from your mobile, okay, by using Microsoft authentication or by using Google authentication nowadays, or nowadays it is they are using DO. Okay, this is another authentication, popular authentication method, third-party authentication method, third-party tool. Basically, this is okay. From this also organizations are using. Okay, so that is the thing. So another authentication they will be using. So you will be getting a number over there. Okay, just like in your Gmail. Okay, so that number you have to provide in the mobile phone. So in your desktop, it will be showing a number, that particular number. In your desktop, you have to provide that number. Whatever the mobile phone displays the number. That means what? It is a multi-factor authentication. Not because your client desktop is a very what we say confidential. Okay, so you have to access that one. That way they will be allowing you to access that particular client machine after giving two authentications. One is the regular username and password. Other is the from a third party tool where we'll be having the authentication. Once after doing this thing only, you can always access the particular client desktop. Okay, so this is called as multi-factor authentication. Whereas the other thing, right? Whereas the other thing, whatever we have discussed, SSO. So once in your organization, so if you are in Wipro, so Wipro is your actual organization, right? So here, whenever you access the laptop, okay, in Wipro, so whatever the internal portals will be there, okay, so your attendance portal, transport portal, request portal, all those particular things with the same credential. Again, you need not access that one, okay. This is, you need not access. If you type, okay, that particular URL, automatically you will be going into the particular home page, okay. That is the particular thing. Again, it won't ask you credentials and all, okay. This is called as single sign-on, right? This you have understood, right? What is single sign-on, and of course what is MFA. Okay, that is the difference between these two things. Okay, even in interviews they will be asking what is SSO and what is MFA. Single SSO means from a single authentication, multiple things you can always access. Okay, whereas MFA means for a single application, so multiple logons you have to have. Okay, multiple authentications you have to have. Okay, that is the particular thing, right? So for this thing, especially we are discussing about the single sign-on. For this single sign-on to happen, how it will be happening? By using this particular LDAP, okay? By using this particular LDAP. So how, Kiran, what is this LDAP and how and what is this LDAP? As this is a protocol, right? So we will be having LDAP servers. Or else let me delete all these things. So if you want to have this kind of SSO, okay, so why SSO? So just like this is the one thing I have specified from the user's perspective, or else in the organization's perspective. For example, say if you are generating some reports in Splunk, okay, Splunk will be acting as a reporting tool as well, right? We already know that very well. Okay, so your manager want to check the same kind of thing. Okay, your manager want to check the whatever the reports you have generated or dashboards or visualizations, whatever you have generated in Splunk. So his interest is to know what will be the result or what will be the look that is available in Tableau. Okay, in Tableau, how does it look? What the same report that you have developed in Splunk? Okay, so how does it will be looking like in Tableau? He want to check, or else in Power BI. Okay, so in Power BI, how does it look if you want to check? So then what he has to do, then actually if at all there is a single sign-on, if there is no single sign-on, so he has to raise request for each and everything. Okay, he has to raise the request. So the particular admin team, what they have to do, they have to intervene, and they won't give you the exe file and all, okay, or for the particular application. So they will be, again, that particular IT support person, he will be connecting to your particular laptop, okay, and then he will be installing, okay, because he will be having the admin rights, he will be installing on your machine, okay, on your behalf, okay, and then only you have to access. Okay, for three things if you want, like this, for Splunk, Tableau and Power BI, so 3 times he has to raise a request, and then only it will be happening. Otherwise, if at all you do have the particular SSO, right? So if at all you know the link from the particular thing, if you get the link for Tableau, okay, then if you just give the link in the URL or here, okay, whatever the link is there, if you give this one, automatically you will be having the access. Okay, that is the thing. In organization perspective, it is useful like that. Okay, that like that it will be actually useful. So this, in order to happen this particular thing, let me delete all this. In order to happen this particular thing, so what you should be having, first of all, your organization should configure a particular LDAP server. Okay, so your organization should be configuring a particular LDAP server. This is LDAP server. Okay, so this is my laptop or my desktop, whatever it may be. Okay, so this is the LDAP server. So now, in order to have the particular, so in the LDAP server, what does the LDAP server contains actually? Why it will be giving the, why we can say that we can always have the single sign-on over here whenever we do have a LDAP server? Because LDAP server in its database, right? In LDAP server's database. Okay, so this is important. Okay, in interviews they'll be asking how do you configure, how do the particular LDAP server will be having the particular things. Okay, then you have to specify all these things. Okay, so it will be having the information of all the users first of all. So three things you should understand. It will be having information of all users, right? Then only we can always have the users authentication. Okay, users it will be having, then groups information it will be having, okay, and resources information it will be having. Okay, all these three informations this LDAP server will be having. Okay, so that is the reason why whenever a person logs on, okay, whenever a person logs on to the particular computer, okay, now if we access, now if we make a request to the attendance portal, okay, if we make a request to the attendance portal, so first of all what it will be doing, it will be going to the LDAP server. Okay, LDAP server. So this LDAP server, what is it doing? It will be checking the authentication. Why? Because it does have all the users information, whatever the your organization users are there. Okay, some in that particular server. Okay, that means in that particular block or in that particular entire your vertical or in that particular office. Okay, wherever you are working. So for example, say some 30,000 people are there. Okay, in MNCs, like just like Wipro or TCS. Okay, in that particular all the 30,000 users information will be there. So now it will be checking from this user information, it will be checking the particular authentication. Okay, and then what it will be doing, it will be checking the particular groups and resources, what are the resources that the person will be having, in which group he belongs to, and what are the resources the person will be having. Okay, if at all he is allowed to have the particular attendance portal. Okay, so this particular resource he can always access. Okay, then automatically if he types the attendance portal, right, it will be going, it will be opening the particular thing. Okay, because it is passed the thing. Okay, it will be opening the attendance portal over here. Similar is the case for any other thing as well. Whatever the resource that is available over here, if it matches, then the same credentials you can always use the particular thing as well. Okay, that is the thing you have to understand. Okay, so this is the particular format. So because this LDAP server will be having all these things, okay, we can always have the particular thing. So here what you have to understand, so three main things this LDAP server will maintain. What is this? The first one is the directory structure. Directory structure. So directory structure is nothing but whatever we have discussed right now. Users. So this is nothing but users, groups, and resources. So this is the resources. Okay, this is the actual directory structure. It will be having the users, groups, and resources. Okay, by using this one it will be identifying. Okay, and again the second thing is the authentication. Actually this should be the first thing. Okay, authentication. The second thing is the authentication, and third one is the access control. Access control. By using these three things, okay, so it will providing the thing access. So first of all, whenever the particular user logs in, okay, so the LDAP server authenticates. Okay, whatever the particular username and password he has given, is it correct or not? Once it is LDAP server authenticates this one, okay, so it will be going into the directory structure. It will be checking whether it belongs to the user group, okay, and what are the resources he is having. Okay, all these things. Okay, and then based on the access control, okay, based on the access control whatever he has given, so he will be redirected to the particular website or to the particular resource, whatever the resource he can access, you will be directing. So in Splunk also, we do have the LDAP thing or not? In Splunk also we do have LDAP authentication. Splunk can use LDAP authentication. That means what? Whenever we are accessing Splunk, okay, whenever we are accessing Splunk, we need not give separate credentials. Whenever we are accessing Splunk, first of all, what will be asking? Username and password, right? So whenever you have the particular thing configured in this LDAP server, in these resources, if we add Splunk as well, okay, if we add Splunk here in these resources, okay, And these configurations, whatever the LDAP we'll be seeing, I'll be clearly specifying in the Splunk classes. What are the LDAP configurations? We do have a LDAP page. Okay, and we do have a LDAP page where whatever the LDAP server configurations that you do give in your organization, those configurations, the same configurations, if we can specify in Splunk also. Okay, so it can directly authenticate. That means you need not log into your Splunk again. Okay, directly whenever you log into your laptop, so automatically if you type the URL for Splunk, automatically it will be going into the particular Splunk homepage. Okay, that is the thing. Whenever you configure the LDAP authentication in your Splunk pages, okay, that is what it will be happening. Right, you have to just give whatever the LDAP authentication configurations in the LDAP server, in your organization's LDAP server, whatever they give, those configurations we can always give in the Splunk LDAP authentication method as well. Okay, then we can always directly access. Okay, and again what the particular admin can do, Splunk admin, this is not related to the particular LDAP thing. Splunk admin, what does he can do? Then he can give the roles, okay, for the users, whatever the roles he want to create. Okay, so now based on which thing he is giving the roles, based on the LDAP server, whatever the users it is showcasing over here, I'll be specifying in my Splunk classes, if you can recollect. Okay, so whatever the roles that whatever the users that will be showing for each and every user, the admin, Splunk admin, what he can do, he can always assign roles. Okay, so that is the thing that we can. Splunk works on roles only. What are the permissions you want to give? It is, you cannot give individual permissions. With username you cannot give, as a role only we can give. Okay, that is the particular thing. So like that we can always give the particular permissions and all. Okay, so LDAP authentication thing. Okay, so this is called as the LDAP authentication, and and LDAP uses either TCP or UDP. Any of the protocol you can always use for this particular LDAP, and the port number we use is the 389. Port number 389 will be using for the LDAP server. Okay, so this is the particular thing. So you have to remember.